Hello, Shaman Guru here. Today I'm going to be talking about a specific subject. This is going to be a two-part segment. This first one is going to explain basically how results from magic manifest, depending on what it is you're asking, how large of a request it is, the spirit you're working with, how to tell it's the spirit you're working with. And not just a coincidence. Enlightenment, ascension, goals, money, all this stuff kind of falls into the same category. The second part is a video that I had promised for somebody I'm mentoring. This is a video topic I was gonna make paid, like a Patreon thing, because it's a little more in-depth for a beginner and how to really get started, what to expect. This is something most people don't even know, because most of your people in the occult are LARPers and fakes, so they don't understand why it is they don't get results in the beginning. So I'm going to break down, first of all, this video is going to be how results will manifest. The second video will be why you're not seeing results, whether it be the beginning or whatnot, and how to fix that. How to go about the initiation is what I'll refer to it as, into the occult, magic. Because magic is an archetype. It is an archetypal force. The occult is a whole archetype of its own. You have to initiate into it, for most people. Some people are born with gifts. They come into the world with it. Others don't. For them, they have to initiate, in essence. And it's not a specific spirit that you're initiating with, or a group of spirits you're initiating with. It is just a force that is. But I will explain that in the second video. For right now, and I'll go very in depth, but for right now, how results manifest from magic. Now, I've been working with Belphegor, King Paimon, Bifrons, Shaitan, Amemon, Leviathan, to name a few, Odin, Freya, Hell, what have you. But different spirits manifest differently, and at different rates depending on what you ask for. Now, with Shaitan, I work on my psychic abilities. Now, whether that's clairvoyance, clairaudience, or whatever, will specify between me using him, Leviathan, or Amemon. Now, for Amemon, is clairvoyant, or at least what I use him for. Shaitan, I use for clairaudience, and you can use Leviathan for clairvoyance, but I also use him just to destroy breakages and blockages and remove them. Now, when this occurs, this is a very life-altering, big request. A lot of change is going to happen with this. Too much, too fast can throw you for a loop. So, because what you're asking is so big, the results come slower and more gradual, so you can adjust. There's a notion of belief that people have that when they ask for psychic abilities, it's going to be, boom, automatically done, received, you got them. All of a sudden you have this awakening, and you just have psychic abilities. You can see, you can hear, you can astral project, you can do all this shit. Telepathically communicate, all that, and that's just not true. That's one of those situations where it's too good to be true. Quite frankly, to be quite honest, it's too soon, too fast. It don't work like that. The way it's going to work is it's going to be gradual. You will develop moments of clarity, moments of insight, power. You will start to feel a different way. You'll start to be more tapped in, as my friend Samuel says. Be more in touch. You'll be, your channels, so to speak, will open. You'll be connected, so to speak, with the spirit world. Now, that is a connection that takes time to forge. So, you have to look at psychic abilities with an open mind and a little bit of understanding that it is a big request. It is not simple. You're asking for a lot. You really are. Take into consideration, you're asking for channels to be open. Your whole paradigm to be shifted. The way you see things to be altered. Your point of view to be changed. Your belief systems to be erased and remade, corrected, altered a lot. Blockages to be erased. Barriers to be removed. Walls to be torn down. You're asking a lot. So for those kinds of requests, and it's like if you were to ask for $1 million in this business, it's not going to come to you in the fucking mail the next day. Or just be fucking handed to you by some dude that's trying to leave his company and he just hands it down to some random fucking Joe Smo that he don't fucking know. Okay, that ain't happening. It's not. If it does, I don't know what the fuck you did. How you sold your soul. Whatever the fuck. But that's not happening. Realistically, it's not. It's going to take time. And with something like that, with money, it will be situations where opportunities are placed right in your vortex. I know with Belphegor, he can give you ideas for successful inventions. And that will work. Successful business ideas. And that will work. But you still need to do the other 50%. It's a 50-50 exchange. You need to go and take action on everything being placed in front of you. He will place an opportunity there. And it's up to you to spot it and see it. So you're going to have to, when you do something for money, you're going to also want to work with another spirit for wisdom, understanding. Say, Belphegor and Lucifer. Work with Belphegor for the money, Mammon for the money. Belphegor is great for magic as well. Ascension, which is what I've been using him for. King Paimon can, believe it or not, be used for influence, but money also. Now, with that being said, you do need, like I said, someone to help you be able to clearly see the opportunity when it arrives. You're going to need to do a 2-spirit deal if you really don't want to miss it and want to be able to act on it when it comes and know it's the right one to act on. But then even still, you're still going to run into challenges. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to have to work on it. It's just like a soulmate. A soulmate is not just some perfect fucking person that just pops up. It's a regular relationship. The difference is you've been with this person in your past lives, and this person has a connection to you, unlike any other. But they're still flawed. They're still someone you're going to have to work with. You're still going to have to overcome things. You're going to have fights. It is a fucking human being still. Yes, there's a spiritual aspect to it. But it's still a human being. So if you're praying for, if you're doing spells for your soulmate to come, love spells, don't expect a perfect person. That's impossible, and you're gonna have to go through trials and tribulations like every relationship. Now moving on to easy spells. If you do an easy spell, some quick cash, something like that, influence with friends, gain connections, this kind of stuff will work. Again, you need to make the moves, the correct moves on your behalf. For instance, I asked for connections, influence, and on my behalf, it was up to me to be a kind individual, helping, offer myself first. And in return, I was gifted friends that are absolutely stupendous, that have knowledge, that are legit, powerful, that have connections, unreal connections at that. When it comes to something maybe monetary, I have a connection in China now for tarot cards, spirituality stuff. I can get it cheaper and then resell it for a profit, a good profit at that. You know, that's one example. Another one is the influence, and I had friends that were good, decent people, very knowledgeable about the occult, with plans for their life, and they're actually teaching me things. Like, for example, attunements. I don't know how to do attunements, and I wanted to learn, and a friend was placed in my life that knows how to do attunements. So everything, it's not all just, ask for something and it gets given to you. In order for the results to manifest correctly, you're going to have to put in some work too. This is a give and take exchange here. When you do the ritual, you are giving your energy, or an offering, but it's still energy being traded. And then also on the back end, they can make things physically manifest for you, but that connection to you needs to be made with you accepting it, aka you doing something on your end. And it's like a 75-25. They'll do most of the work, put all the connections there, and then you just have to turn on the Xbox. You know what I mean? You ask your mom to set up the Xbox, she'll do all of that, but she ain't gonna put the disc in that you want to play. She ain't gonna turn on the TV and turn on the game for you. She'll set it all up, and then she has to get back to cooking and doing what the hell she was doing. Does that make sense? So that's basically what it is. The less you're asking for, the quicker it will manifest. The more you're asking for, the more time it will take to manifest. But at the same time, the bigger it is, the bigger the results. The more blown away you can be, but the more correct decisions you have to make, the more you have to act on. You have to be able to discern. So when it comes to doing these rituals and getting results, something vital in the occult to build is discernment. Being able to choose, being able to decide between good and bad, what is right, what is wrong, if something is bullshit, if it's not, if it's a good opportunity, if it's a bad opportunity. That is discernment. But yeah, that is part 1 of the video. Part 2 will be coming. It's going to be very in-depth, going over the initiation phase of the occult in the beginning. Why you're not getting results, what you have to show, what you have to do, and how to go through with it. So that's all for this video. Peace out. Y'all have a good one.